Imagine a floating city made of steel, longer than 3 football fields, taller than a 20-story building, carrying more than 5,000 souls across the ocean. This is not a cruise ship. It is an American aircraft carrier, a fortress that brings war to the horizon. Inside, there are schools, hospitals, a power plant, even a post office. But beneath this ordinary facade hides a terrifying truth. These machines are built to launch destruction anywhere on Earth within hours. Stay with me, because in the next minutes, we will step inside the most powerful war machines ever built by man.
Clear the deck. All clear.
Every aircraft carrier begins with a hull of steel so thick it can shrug off torpedoes and storms that would sink lesser ships. But the true heart lies deep inside. Twin nuclear reactors, each one powerful enough to light an entire city. These reactors will run for 25 years without refueling, driving a warship that never has to stop for gas. It is not just a ship. It is a floating nuclear power plant, wrapped in armor, carrying the weight of nations.
Fluctuation in the core.
Pressure is rising.
We need to stabilize it.
Step below the flight deck and you enter a cavern the size of a stadium, the hangar bay. Here, jets sleep like steel predators, wings folded, waiting for the command to strike. When the alarm sounds, colossal elevators, each as wide as a basketball court, rise from the depths, lifting aircraft from the shadows to the sunlight in seconds. Every second matters. A delay here can mean a mission lost or a life taken. The flight deck is a battlefield disguised as an airport. 4.5 acres of steel where jets roar to life. Catapults, powered by steam or magnets, hurl aircraft into the sky faster than a race car in less than 2 seconds. Landing is even more dangerous. A jet must slam down on a strip barely 150 meters long, hook snagging a cable at 200 kilometers per hour. Miss once, and the ocean waits below. It is here on this deck that wars can begin with a single launch.
Pull it! Over here! Watch out!
Inside, the carrier becomes a city. Cafeterias serve 18,000 meals a day. Chapels hold services. There is a hospital with operating rooms, gyms to lift weights, even a barber shop. But make no mistake, this is not comfort. It is discipline.
You gotta be kidding me.
5,000 men and women live shoulder to shoulder, every corridor buzzing with orders, every second devoted to keeping the war machine alive. It feels like a city, but runs like a weapon.
May we find peace and strength in these quiet moments of reflection.
May your memory be a blessing always.
Next. So, is your wife looking for a place to get away from you?
We're tracking multiple targets now.
Confirmed. Moving right.
Command
On it.
and control, 8 o'clock to 9:30. Bo No Shin Tran. At the center lies the brain, the Combat Information Center. Dozens of screens glow in the dark, tracking every
Confirmed
aircraft, every ship, every threat, within hundreds of miles. Orders flow from here to the pilots above and the destroyers that guard the carrier. This is not one ship. It is the heart of an entire fleet, pumping orders like blood through veins of steel. Lose this room, and the entire carrier group goes blind.
Move! 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 Now!
Even giants must defend themselves. Around the edges, Phalanx CIWS cannons scan the skies, ready to spit 4,500 rounds per minute to shred incoming missiles. Missiles stand guard, intercepting threats before they can strike. Layer upon layer, the ship builds an invisible shield of fire. An aircraft carrier is not invincible, but it is the hardest target on the ocean to kill.
Yes! Woo!
We got it!
From the Mediterranean to the Pacific, these floating fortresses cast long shadows. When one appears on the horizon, entire governments recalculate their choices. One carrier can strike with more power than some nations' entire air forces. It is diplomacy by steel. A reminder that America can bring war to your doorstep, whether you want it or not. The Milestone 8. But such power comes at a staggering cost. More than $13 billion to build. Billions more to maintain each year. Thousands of sailors away from home for months,
Intelligence suggests an escalation in
living
these
under
regions.
relentless
Acknowledged, sir.
pressure. And there's a darker truth. These floating cities are not just weapons of defense. They are also the brightest targets on the sea. If war comes, a single carrier could decide the fate of millions. An aircraft carrier is paradox-made steel. City and fortress, home and weapon, symbol of peace and threat of war. If you have stayed until now, comment "Floating Fortress" to show you are part of this journey. Subscribe to 360 Global Process, because the machines that shape our wars and our futures are still waiting to be revealed. And next, we step inside another Leviathan, the submarine, the silent killer beneath the waves.